Shalom, shalom, shalom. This is Brother Matthias coming with another lesson brought to you through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. All praises due. Welcome to Rod of Iron Station 2. And, for those of y'all that don't know, I'm trying to promote this little channel for the children. You know what I mean? No foolishness going on here. Just straight Bible. Kind of like Mr. Rogers. You know what I mean? But through the scriptures. But in truth, though, y'all remember Mr. Rogers? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Would you be mine? Would you be mine? No, I'm just messing with y'all. Look, y'all probably ain't even old enough to remember that. All right? I know. Let me stop. All right. So, young adults, where's we at? Y'all been reading? I hope y'all not just waiting on me. All right? Y'all got to read on your own too, okay? Go ahead. We're going to go through it, but y'all need to go ahead some chapters, man, and see what's going on. I promise you I'm working on being a little more efficient. I could do other videos where I'm like blacked out, but I don't want to do that. I want y'all to see me, all right? Y'all need to know who's talking to you, all right? Every message, that's the way it's going to get done. That's the way I was led in the spirit to do it. So, we're going to pick up, I know we finished Genesis chapter 9, right? What we're going to just get a little snippet of Genesis chapter 9 and verse 26. We're going to start in verse 26, and then we're going to head right on into chapter 10, all right? It says, and he said, blessed be the Lord God of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. And God shall enlarge Japheth, and he shall dwell in the tents of Shem, and Canaan shall be his servant. So these are the three sons of Noah that went into the ark with him when the world was destroyed by water. All right. Verse 28. And Noah lived after the flood 350 years. And all the days of Noah were 950 years, and he died. All right. So just making it clear, I know early on that the Most High said that he said that the lifespan of man was going to be 120 years, right? So that is true. But Noah lived to be 900 something years old, right? So when the Most High says something, it doesn't always kick in automatically, all right? It could be generations before it comes in, but it's coming, all right? They got stuff that's written in the prophecies like Isaiah, Amos, Joel, that still haven't come to pass yet. Y'all know that? Matter of fact, let's go real quick. We're going to hit Genesis chapter 10 when we come back, all right? I want to show y'all something. I want to show y'all a prophecy that has yet to come to pass. But we're working on it right now. Check it out. It's Revelation chapter 11. All right? Revelations 11 and 11. It says, and after 3 days and a half, the spirit of life from God entered into them, and they stood up on their feet, and great fear fell upon them which saw them. Y'all know who that's talking about? You. See, when you young folks learn who you are, all right? When you learn how important you are, when you learn that you Israelites and that you're God's chosen people going to be scared of you. Because you're going to be who the Most High has created you to be. That's what we're working on right now, right here. It's for y'all, you young men and you young women, all right? For y'all to rise up. Look, after 3 days and a half, meaning that, okay, we got here in America in Jamestown, Virginia in 1619, okay? So 350 years from that is 1969. So that prophecy came to pass. The spirit of life is the same spirit of life that went into Adam. that the Most High Yahweh breathed into Adam. Remember? He breathed life into him, and he became a living soul. Well, you're getting that life breathed into you right now, learning who you are, learning who the Most High is, and learning who he is to you, and learning who you are to him. That's the spirit of life. You're learning you're an Israelite. You're learning your nationality. You know, you're not Negro, you're not African American. That's all lies that we've been told. You are not an African American. If you are a native Latino or Native American or so-called Negro, all right, or Jamaican or Haitian, all right, even down to South America, you got these like Belizeans. Those are Israelites, all right. All of those down there, those are Israelites, okay. And if you're down there and you're hearing this and you're feeling this and your spirit is vibing with this message, then hey, this is a prophecy that hasn't come to pass yet, but we're working on it right now. The spirit of life from the Most High is entering into you right now, and eventually y'all are going to stand up on your feet. Will it happen in my generation? I don't know. I'm 50 years old. So it's possible. I would love to see it. See, but what's going to happen is it's got to be 12 tribes. All right? It's going to be 12 tribes, and it's going to be 12,000 men from each tribe that have to stand up before the Most High comes back. But we're working on it right now, and I'm guaranteeing you some of y'all are out there right now that are going to be in this number. All right? So, and you women, you young ladies, y'all lot is to be the little princesses that you are, to get taken care of. All right? To be with your Israelite king as you get older, and you're going to have families, and you're going to raise your children and be living in peace. That's what we're working on. But getting a little ahead of myself, but just wanted to give you a little overview of what's going to happen in the future. All right, so let's go on back to Genesis chapter 10, and we're going to start at verse 1. This is going to go into the genealogy of Noah's 3 sons. The genealogy means it's going to tell you who their children were. All right, and we can reference that to who's who today. Okay, so now these are the generations of Noah. Shem, who come from Shem. We do. We're Shemites. All right, we come from Shem because Shem goes back to who? Shem goes back to Noah. Noah goes back to Seth. Seth goes back to Adam. Okay? Now, and Adam had the breath of life breathed into him from the Father. That's our bloodline. That's where we come from, all right? Don't ever forget that. Now these are the generations of Shem, of the sons of Noah. Shem, Ham, and Japheth. Hamites are like the Africans, African nations, Ethiopians, people like that. And Japheth, that's where you get your so-called white man from, right? And unto them were sons born after the flood. After the flood was over with, they getting ready to repopulate the earth. All right, the sons of Japheth is Gomer, and Magog, and Madai, and Javan, and Tubal, and Meshach, and Tyrus. The sons of Gomer, Ashkenaz. You might want to remember that name. It's going to come up later. Ashkenaz, and Riphath, and Togarmah. And the sons of Javan, Elisha, and Tarshish, Kittim, and Dodanim. All right. Kittim, that's another word you're going to want to remember. By these were the isles of the Gentiles divided in their lands, everyone after his tongue, after their families and their nations. All right. So all of these nations were divided by the Most High. All right. Now we're going into the Hamites. And the sons of Ham, Cush, Mizraim, and Put, and Canaan. These are where you get your Egyptians from. All right. These are the sons of Ham. And the sons of Cush, Seba, and Havilah, and Sapta, and Raamah, and Sapteca. And the sons of Raamah, Sheba, and Dedan. And Cush begat Nimrod. He began to be a mighty one in the earth. All right. He was a mighty hunter before the Lord, whereof it is said, even as Nimrod the mighty hunter before the Lord. And the beginning of his kingdom was Babel, and Erech, and Akkad, and Calneh, in the land of Shinar. All right. So now it's talking about Nimrod. Out of that land went forth Asher, and builded Nineveh, and the city of Rehoboth and Calah, and Rezin between Nineveh and Calah. The same is a great city. So all of these fall under Nimrod. All right. Verse 13. And Mitzrayim begot Ludum. Now, the name Mitzrayim, y'all ever heard of Egypt? Well, the real name of Egypt was Mitzrayim. See, Egypt is a word which means bondage. And the reason that it was renamed Egypt in the scriptures is because that's where we served our first captivity under the Egyptians. Okay? And because it was a very rigorous, cruel captivity, like being in jail, they called it Egypt because Egypt means bondage. But the true name of that region was Mitzrayim. All right? Verse 13. And Mitzrayim begot Ludum, and Anamim, and Leabim, and Naphtahim, and Patrusim, Kazluhim, out of whom came Philistim, and Caphtorim, and Canaan begot Sidon, his firstborn, and Heth, all right, and the Jebusite, and the Amorite, and the Girgasite, and the Hivite, and the Arkite, and the Sinite, and the Arvadite, and the Zemarite, and the Hamathite, and afterward were the families of the Canaanites spread abroad. So these are all Canaanites. These are like Old Testament Africans that all came from that region. All right? Verse 19. And the border of the Canaanites was from Sidon, as thou comest to Gerar, unto Gaza, as thou goest unto Sodom and Gomorrah, and Admah, and Zeboim, even unto Lasha. So you know Canaanites, all right, Sodom and Gomorrah, we'll get into that later, all right, but like I say, these were where you get your Egyptians and so-called Africans from. We don't come from them, all right. Verse 20, these are the sons of Ham, after their families, after their tongues, in their countries, and in their nations. Now, unto Shem, also the father of the children of Eber, the brother of Japheth, the elder, even to him were children born. All right, now we're getting ready to get into our genealogy, right? Genealogy meaning the children and the bloodline of who we are. All right, this is us. All right, picking it up in Genesis chapter 10, verse 21. Oh, extra loud. All right. Now, where were we at? Genesis chapter 10, verse 22. And the children of Shem, Elam, and Asher, Arphaxad, and Lud, and Aram. And the children of Aram, Uz, and Hul, and Gether, and Mash. And Arphaxad begat Salah, and Salah begat Eber. And unto Eber were born two sons. The name of one was Peleg, for in his days was the earth divided, and his brother's name was Joktan. And Joktan begat Almadad, and Shalef, and Hazar Maveth, and Jerah, and Hadoram, and Uzal, and Dikla, and Obal, and Abimael, and Sheba, and Ophir, and Havilah, and Jobab. All these were the sons of Joktan, and their dwelling was from Mesha, as thou goest unto Saphar, a mount of the east. These are the sons of Shem, after their families, after their tongues and their lands, after their nations. These are the families of the sons of Noah, after their generations and their nations, and by these were the nations divided in the earth after the flood. So that's us. Now, let's go on over to Genesis chapter 11, starting at verse 1. And the whole earth was of one language and of one speech. Any idea what that language is? Paleo-Hebrew, Phoenician Paleo-Hebrew. Want to hear some? This is the oldest language known to man. All right? If you want to say, blessed be Yahweh, and blessed be Yahweh Shai, which is his son, All you would say is Barak Ta Yahweh, Barak Ta Yahweh Shai. All right? Barak Ta means blessed be the name of Yahweh, blessed be the name of Yahweh Shai. Barak Ta Yahweh, Barak Ta Yahweh Shai. All right? Call halal Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai means all praises to Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai. B'Shem means, all right. Well, let's go through. We said Barak Ta Yahweh means blessed be Yahweh. Barak Ta Yahweh Shai means blessed be the name of Yahweh Shai. All right. Then you got Yahweh, which is the Father, which means He is. B'Shem, which means in His name. Ba'ah means in His name. Shem. Shem means namesake. All right. That's what we call ourselves, Shemites. So Ba'Shem means in His name. And then Yahweh Shai means He is salvation. So it reads Yahweh, which He is. Ba'Shem in His name. And then Yahweh Shai means He is salvation. All right, y'all got that? So that's a little Paleo Hebrew for you. Y'all sit tight for a minute. I got it. So, now that we got that, and the whole earth was of one language and of one speech, which I just showed you, which was the Paleo Hebrew. All right? Pretty cool, right? Verse 2. And it came to pass, as they journeyed from the east, that they found a plain in the land of Shinar, and they dwelt there. And they said one to another, Go to, let us make brick, and burn them thoroughly. And they had brick for stone, and slime had they for mortar. And they said, Go to, let us build us a city, and a tower whose top may reach unto heaven. And let us make us a name, lest we be scattered abroad upon the face of the whole earth. Now, this is Nimrod, all right, and his cronies. Watch. And they said, Salat, verse 5. And the Lord came down to see the city and the tower which the children of men builded. Now, the children of men is not the children of the Most High, all right? These are the Canaanites and the Japhites, all right? So check it out. And the Lord came down to see the city and tower which the children of men builded. And the Lord said, Behold, the people is one, and they have all one language. And this they begin to do. And now nothing will be restrained from them, which they have imagined to do. All right, so they building a tower to try to get to heaven and overthrow the Most High. Verse 7. Go to, let us go down, and there confound their language, that they may not understand one another's speech. So the Lord scattered them abroad from thence upon the face of all the earth, and they left off to build a city. So He scattered them from that point on. That's why we got different languages now. Therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of the earth. All right? So that's why when somebody's just running their mouth and talking and you can't understand what they're saying, say, stop babbling. You know, kind of like them rappers y'all got now. What's the name? Young Thug, is that him? Is that who y'all listen to? You don't know what he talking about, man. That's Babel. See, he was probably there in his past life. He was probably at the Tower of Babel. All right, so check it out. Verse 9, therefore is the name of it called Babel, because the Lord did there confound the language of all the earth, and from thence did the Lord scatter them abroad upon the face of all the earth. These are the generations of Shem. Now we're going into the Shemites, us, right? Shem was 100 years old and begot Arphaxad 2 years after the flood. And Shem lived after he begot Arphaxad 500 years and begot sons and daughters. And Arphaxad lived 5 and 30 years and begot Salah. And Arphaxad lived after he begot Salah 403 years and begot sons and daughters. And Salah lived 30 years and begot Eber. And Salah lived after he begot Eber 403 years and begot sons and daughters. And Eber lived 430 years and begot Peleg. And Eber lived after he begot Peleg 430 years and begot sons and daughters. And Peleg lived 30 years and begot Ru. And Peleg lived after he begot Ru 209 years and begot sons and daughters. And Ru lived 230 years and begot Serug. And Ru lived after he begot Serug 207 years and begot sons and daughters. And Serug lived 30 years and begot Nahor. And Serug lived after he begot Nahor 200 years and begot sons and daughters. And Nahor lived 29 years and begot Terah. And Nahor lived after he begot Terah 119 years and begot sons and daughters. And Terah lived 70 years and begot Abram, Nahor, and Haran. Right? Did y'all hear Abram in there? Verse 27. Now these are the generations of Terah. Terah begot Abram, Nahor, and Haran. And Haran begot Lot. Okay? And Haran died before his father, Terah, in the land of his nativity, in Ur of the Chaldees. And Abram and Nahor took them wives. The name of Abram's wife was Sarah, or Sarai. And the name of Nahor's wife, Milcah, the daughter of Haran, the father of Milcah and the father of Iscah. But Sarai was barren. She had no child. Couldn't have kids at the time. And Terah took Abram, his son, and Lot, the son of Haran, his son's son, and Sarai, his daughter-in-law, his son Abram's wife, and they went forth with them from Ur of the Chaldees to go into the land of Canaan. And they came unto Haran and dwelt there. And the days of Terah were 205 years, and Terah died in Haran. All right. Now let's go on to chapter 12. Now, we're getting ready to go into Abram, which is the father, our father. This is the patriarch. Patriarch meaning he is the one that started it. He's the progenitor, meaning a progenitor means that he's the one that got everything started. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't be who we are today. And this was thousands of years ago. All right. Genesis chapter 12, verse 1. Now the Lord has said unto Abram, get thee out of thy country and from thy kindred and from thy father's house unto a land that I will show thee, and I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. The Lord found Abram. Why? Because Abram comes through who? Noah. Noah comes through who? Seth. Seth came from who? Adam. You see the bloodline? It's going all the way down. It never crossed, okay? And I will make of thee a great nation, and I will bless thee and make thy name great, and thou shalt be a blessing. Verse 3. And I will bless them that bless thee, and curse them that curseth thee. And in thee shall all families of the earth be blessed. So Abram departed as the Lord had spoken unto him, and Lot went with him, and Abram was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran. Y'all see how old they were living back then, but they were able to move around and still do things, but they were old. All right. And I want you to take notice of something. His name is Abram right now. The Hebrew name for Abram is exalted father, meaning that he's lifted up. The Most High picked him out of everybody and lifted him up. That's what Abram means. All right. Later on, his name is going to change. We'll deal with that when it comes around. All right. So, verse 4. So Abram departed as the Lord had spoken unto him, and Lot went with him. And Abram was 75 years old when he departed out of Haran. And Abram took Sarah, his wife, and Lot, his brother's son, and all their substance that they had gathered, and the souls that they had gotten in Haran, and they went forth to go into the land of Canaan. And into the land of Canaan they came. So they journeyed into the land of Canaan. All right. And Abram passed through the land unto a place called Sichem, unto the plain of Moreh. And the Canaanite was in the land. And the Lord appeared unto Abram and said, unto thy seed will I give this land, and there builded he an altar unto the Lord who appeared unto him. So the Most High Yahweh was already conversing with Abram and told him, I'm going to give you all this land that they inhabit right now. Verse 8, and he removed from thence unto a mountain on the east of Bethel, and pitched his tent, having Bethel on the west and Hai on the east, and there he built an altar unto the Lord, and called upon the name of the Lord. And Abram journeyed, going on still toward the south, and there was a famine in the land, meaning that there was no food. All right. And Abram went down into Egypt to sojourn there. Now, what did I tell you? Egypt is the name for what? Mizraim. They called it Egypt because now that the Canaanites were there, it became a land of bondage and wickedness. All right. So he went down into Egypt to sojourn there, for the famine was grievous in the land. And it came to pass, when he was come near to enter into Egypt, that he said unto Sarai his wife, Behold now, I know that thou art a fair woman to look upon. See, Sarai was very beautiful. So Abram thought that the Egyptians would probably try to take her from him, all right, or do harm to him. Verse 12, therefore it shall come to pass, when the Egyptians shall see thee, that they shall say, This is his wife, and they will kill me, but they will save thee alive. See, because Egypt was full of wickedness now. Mizraim. That's where we get the word miserable, all right? They were wicked people. The Canaanites have always been wicked, all right? Verse 13, say, I pray thee, thou art my sister, that it may be well with me for thy sake, and my soul shall live because of thee. And it came to pass that when Abram was come out into Egypt, the Egyptians beheld the woman, that she was very fair. The princes also of Pharaoh saw her and commended her before Pharaoh. And the woman was taken into Pharaoh's house. See how bad you Judite women are? She stopped the show when she got there. Verse 16, and he entreated Abram well for her sake. And he has sheep and oxen, and he asses, and men servants, and maid servants, and she asses. All right. And the Lord plagued Pharaoh and his house with great plagues because of Sarai, Abram's wife. The Most High jumped on them, all right, because they were plotting to take what they were thinking impurely toward Abram's wife, Sarah. See? And let me tell you something. Y'all know what Sarah looked like back then? She had that thick hair, kind of bushy like y'all wear y'all's, you know, with the little afro puffs and all that. Dark skin, beautiful. This is why they don't like y'all. This is y'all mother. This is the patriarch. You young black women. All right. This is your mother. This is who you belong to. This is the line you come from. So you can't let people tell you because you dark skin and your hair is kinky. It's supposed to be that. Let me tell you something. Do you know your hair is the only hair that reaches up? And all the other nations' hair reaches down? Think about that. That's why your hair curls up. It's like a receptor where you can pick up those vibrations from the Most High. Y'all hair is the only hair that do that. All right? That's special, okay? I mean, yeah, I'll talk about nappy heads and all that, man, when I get upset. But, you know, I want y'all to know that that's not a bad thing, all right? So y'all just remember that. Sarah was gorgeous, all right? So, the Lord plagued Pharaoh in his house with great plagues because of Sarai, Abram's wife. See, the Most High, he defends us, man. Verse 18, and Pharaoh called Abram and said, What is this that thou hast done unto me? Why did thou not tell me she was your wife? Why said thou she is my sister, so I might have taken her to me to wife? Now therefore, behold thy wife, take her and go thy way. And Pharaoh commanded his men concerning him, and they sent him away, and his wife, and all they had. So they had to get out of Egypt. All right? They had to get out of Egypt because the Most High was going to kill this Pharaoh, man, if he would have made the wrong steps towards Sarah, Abraham's wife. So Most High don't play when it come to y'all. All right? So we read 3 chapters today. Didn't we? Yeah, 10, 11, and 12. So I want y'all to read 13, 14, and 15. Yes, you're going to do that. All right? So, like I say, if y'all have any questions or anything, Please get with your mom and dad so we can go on the comment boards and then we can see. All right. I'm also, if need be, I'll put my email up there. Y'all can email me with any questions you got concerning this. Okay. Okay. All right. So this is Brother Matt. Brother Matt. All right, kiddies. I hope y'all was edified through this. And y'all should stand up and be proud of who you are. This is our heritage, all right? This is us. The Most High loves us. He deals with us. Our time of captivity is almost over, all right? So I just want to give all praises. Come on, y'all, to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai, all right? All praises due to our Father for loving us and waking us up, all right? Giving all praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace and salutations to the elect who are being constructed right now in 144,000, and to our young princesses and soldiers that are being raised up in the fear and admonition of the Most High. Through the spirit of power, Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, Bashem Akakadash. This is your brother Matthias Ben Yasharala, and I approve this message. All right? So, see y'all next time. Shalom. Matthias is out.